Very warm welcome to this special online 11th edition of the EURORDIS Black Pearl Awards 2022. My name's Carrie Grant and it's my pleasure to be your events Master of Ceremonies again this year. I do so miss not being together with you in Brussels this evening. This event really is one of the highlights of my calendar, but the best alternative is for me to invite you, as I did last February, and welcome you into my home here in London. As we saw during last year's edition, there are advantages of being fully online, such as opening up to a much bigger audience. We have over 600 people registered to be here tonight. We want to hear from you all, so please type into the chat box your first name, the country where you are, and of course, in a very British style, I'm going to ask you, what's the weather like where you are? So that's your name, the country, and what's the weather like where you're connecting from, so that I can give you a few shout outs this evening. I'd like to take this opportunity to also point out that for those of you who would like to have subtitles, you can activate them by clicking on the button underneath the streaming window when you're not in full screen. Let me start with a little introduction for those of you who have never attended this event before. The EURORDIS Black Pearl Awards are an annual awards ceremony and fundraising event, launching the month of Rare Disease Day. Since 2012, EURORDIS Rare Diseases Europe has organised this event to recognise the major achievements of its awardees, representing patient advocates, organisations, policymakers, scientists, companies and media striving to make a difference for the rare disease community. Let's now hear from the EURORDIS Chief Executive Officer, Jan Lecam, who will tell us more about the current context for rare diseases both in Europe and beyond.
Thank you, Carrie. Welcome and good evening at the Black Pearl evening. Tonight, we're celebrating the excellence of exceptional persons or outstanding organizations. As you will discover, the awardees recognized tonight have a journey from patient advocacy to science and industry or policy making, or the other way around, from policy making to patient advocacy. It is always important to know from where we're speaking and we act from. But as important are the qualities and values of the persons, and to act together across this community for a common purpose. Tonight, we also celebrate achievements. EURORDIS is indeed turning 25 years next month in March. We can be proud to be the strongest movement of patients and families in Europe. We have come from the dark into the light, from ignorance to empowerment. This thanks to the quality, precisely, of our exceptional member organizations, volunteers and staff, and the credibility of our advocacy actions. To mention a highlight, in December 2021, 2 months ago, the United Nations General Assembly in New York adopted the resolution on addressing the challenges of persons living with rare disease and their families. That was adopted by consensus of 193 countries, and this thanks to countries like Spain leading the show for Europe, but also together with France, Japan, Qatar, Brazil, who led this action. And that was during the COVID pandemic. It was not easy, so we can really be proud of that achievement. I'd like to link it, as we did 2 years ago when we obtained rare disease to be into the United Nations Political Declaration on Universal Health Coverage this time. I'd like to link it to this Black Pearl because nothing would have been possible without raising awareness, thanks to the Rare Disease Day, and without the International Alliance of Patients Organization, which is Rare Disease International. And these two international actions are supported by the Black Pearl evening, in addition to the other activities directly in Europe. So it means that they have been supported by you, so we say thank you to you. And tonight, we also encourage ourselves for our next battles ahead of 22 and 23, which is to win a Europe's action plan for rare diseases. This is your current campaign, 30 million reasons to get it. And to make a new leap for the next 10 or 15 years. We ambition to reduce the time to diagnosis to 6 months instead of 4 years on average today. We ambition to increase survival by 3 years during the next decades on the average for people with rare diseases. We ambition to reduce by 30% the number of children who die before 5 years from a rare disease. And also to do the same for the social and financial impact on families. And we hope to have, and will take action, to have 1,000 new therapies approved within 10 years to cure or to alleviate the symptoms of the rare diseases. This Europe's plan is supported by the members of the European Parliament, and we thank the new Vice President of the European Parliament to be our patron tonight. And there was a plenary session dedicated to rare diseases in Strasbourg at the Parliament on the 24th of November, calling for this European action plan on rare diseases. And more than 40 MEPs are writing to the Health Commissioner in that direction. France, under their EU presidency, makes rare disease a priority and is calling for this Europe action plan on rare diseases. Be tuned. On the 28th of February, on Rare Disease Day, there will be a high-level conference bringing together ministers from across Europe and commissioners to discuss this action toward the new policy framework. Still to be won, because we're not sure that the Commission will take up that ball and develop the plan. But Czech Republic will continue the effort of France during their presidency and will take further action. At the same time, at the World Expo in Dubai, in the Swedish pavilion, there will be a major event to celebrate the UN resolution and discuss its implementation, particularly in the context of Africa. So with this sense of achievements and of next battle, I wish you to have fun for a serious work. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jan, and congratulations to all involved in such extraordinary achievements for those people living with a rare disease. I have to say, I am always blown away by the reach that you guys have. You are there right in the centre of government decision-making, and that is such a thing to treasure. So well done for all that you're doing, and keep going. I'm really looking forward to hearing more about these projects during tonight's ceremony. One of the ways that everyone attending can get involved and show support for the rare disease community is by donating. Last year, attendees contributed over €15,000 in support of EURORDIS' highest priorities. And this year, we invite you to make a donation in support of the Rare Disease Day Global campaign. Every euro or dollar you give will go to make Rare Disease Day bigger and better. It's also money to support the Rare Disease Day organisers in the poorest countries. We'll tell you more about that campaign a little later. But you can already make a donation now or at any time during the ceremony by clicking on the pink donate button underneath the stream, or the link in the chat, it's also there. A huge thank you in advance for your consideration and your generosity. May I also take this opportunity to thank all of our corporate donors that you can see here on the screen next to me. We're truly grateful for your loyalty, helping EURORDIS to provide valuable support to break the isolation of people living with a rare disease and their families, empower leaders, and increase public awareness. A heartfelt thanks to each of you shown here on the screen, and even more so during this incredibly challenging global pandemic. We've some exciting news for this edition. To start, we have a brand new award category, the EURORDIS Social Media Award. 3 amazing finalists have been selected for their innovative and meaningful social media content and advocacy work for people living with rare diseases. They are Noah Higon Belver from Spain, Francesco Canadoro from Italy, and Malika and Noah Savic from Serbia. An incredible 56,000 people have voted for across all the voting this evening. So that is quite incredible. So don't wait any longer. If you haven't done so already, click on the link that's just been shared. The second award open to the public vote is the EURORDIS Photo Award. You can see here on the screen the 7 amazing finalists of this year's photo contest. You can still vote for your favourite one via the second link that has just been shared in the chat. As you probably already saw in the event's website and official programme, the names of all the other awardees have already been announced to the public, apart from the EURORDIS Young Patient Advocate Award, which we have decided to keep secret until tonight. You'll soon find out the name of this year's praiseworthy awardee. Now, I asked earlier if you would give your name, the country you're coming from, and also what's the weather like where you are. And I can see some of you have been messaging me. Thank you so much for this. We've got Jessica from the United States saying it's cold and gloomy, bit like here. Pascal, who is in Siena in Italy, it's a lovely 13 degrees. Lovely. Bojana from Belgrade, coldish but lovely. Eleanor from Belgium, rainy as usual. Yeah, we relate. Emmanuel from Switzerland, wishing there was more snow. And Katarina from Portugal, a wonderful and sunny day with 18 degrees centigrade at 5 p.m. Yeah, I think you lucked out there, Katarina. So another piece of news is that we have a group of supporters that are connected live with us tonight through the special wall. I'm really looking forward to sharing a few moments of interaction with them during the ceremony. Let's go and say hi. Welcome, everyone. We are really happy to see your smiley faces. I know you represent different stakeholder groups supporting the rare disease community. So let's show our audience at home who you are. First of all, let's get away from all of this year's awardees and finalists. Hello, everyone, and congratulations to you for all your awards and nominations. I'm looking forward to learning more about each one of you and your commendable achievements during the ceremony. So who else do we have on the wall tonight? We have some corporate representatives who've been supporting the event as corporate donors. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Give us a wave. Hi there. We also have our estimable members of the Black Pearl Committee, including patient representatives, healthcare professionals, industry representatives, and philanthropists. Thank you all for your valuable support of the event. Hello to you guys. Lovely. And to conclude, we have the representatives of the national alliances that have joined us tonight. Hello to you. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to highlight how fundamental the work of all the national alliances is to bring forward the needs of people living with a rare disease, especially at this time of year as we gear up for Rare Disease Day. EURORDIS and the entire community are incredibly thankful for all your hard work. So let's go back to the full wall now. In order to dive into tonight's celebration of our laudable awardees, we'd like to invite everyone, no matter where you're joining us from this evening, to learn with us the celebrate sign in International Sign Language. So we need to get our hands like this, and this, if we circle them, that is us celebrating. So anytime we're applauding, give us this sign and we know that you are showing your appreciation for our awardees. Our colleagues behind the scenes are now taking a lovely photo of our entire wall celebrating together. I love it, look at that. But we also want to see the photos of all of you who are watching us from home celebrating. We invite you to take a selfie through the photo booth, there's so much to do tonight, through the photo booth below the streaming window. You can choose stickers and add a special frame like the one you can see around me now. Now post that on your favorite social media platform with the hashtag EURORDIS Awards 2022. We'll go through all the photos with the hashtag and show a couple of them later on during the ceremony. Thank you very much to everyone on the wall. We'll be connecting again later on. So let's see who's joining us from their home or office tonight. A very warm welcome from Alain in Belgium. Indeed rainy, he says. Pam says it's sunny and chilly in Maryland, USA. Now I'm trying to think what time it would be in Maryland. And Eva from Barcelona, yep, a sunny 13 degrees. We know about Spain, really nice weather out there. It's lovely to hear from you. Thank you so much for being with us. Keep your messages coming in during the entire event and I'll be checking them frequently and sharing some of them with everyone. Let's have a really interactive evening this evening. It's now my honour to introduce you to this year's Black Pearl Honorary Chairperson, Dr. Eva Koop-Ax, Vice President of the European Parliament, a paediatrician and former Health Minister of Poland. We're thankful for the support she showed by calling for equal access to quality care and treatments for all people living with rare diseases across Europe. Let's hear from Dr. Koop-Ax.
Szanowni Państwo, pragnę serdecznie Państwa powitać na dzisiejszym wydarzeniu. Czuję się zaszczycona, że mogę uczestniczyć w tak ważnej i potrzebnej inicjatywie, jaką jest Black Pearl Awards. Nie boję się użyć górnolotnych słów. Wśród nas są prawdziwi bohaterowie. Bohaterowie, którzy dają nadzieję. dają wsparcie i szansę na normalne życie pacjentom dotkniętym chorobami rzadkimi. Sama nazwa choroby rzadkie bywa zwodnicza w odbiorze społecznym. Często mylnie postrzegana jest jako dotycząca niewielkiego ułamka społeczeństwa. Tymczasem ponad 30 milionów Europejczyków cierpi na jedną z około 5 tysięcy chorób rzadkich. W moim kraju, w Polsce, szacuje się, że jest to około od 2,5 do 3 miliona chorych, co stanowi 7,8% populacji. Często obserwujemy statystyki, kierujemy się liczbami, ujęciami procentowymi, wykresami. Tymczasem są to chorzy wymagający naszej pomocy, empatii, życzliwości, no i przede wszystkim zrozumienia. Często są to nasi pacjenci, przyjaciele, koledzy z pracy, studiów, ale też często dzieci czy wnuki. Ich choroby są poważnymi, przewlekłymi, postępującymi schorzeniami. Bardzo często mają swój tragiczny finał. W Europie wciąż wiele osób rodzi się chorymi i umiera z powodu chorób rzadkich. Bez postawionej diagnozy niestety. 1/4 chorych nie ma dostępu do diagnozy przed ukończeniem 5. roku życia. 95% pacjentów nie ma dostępu do leczenia. Nie mają wystarczającego dostępu do opieki medycznej, ale też opieki społecznej, która zapewniłaby im lepszą jakość życia. Chciałabym, aby wysiłki Unii Europejskiej w dziedzinie walki z chorobami rzadkimi prowadziły do wyrównania szans, do sprawiedliwego dostępu do leków i terapii przez dzieci i dorosłych ze wschodu, jak i z zachodu Europy, z tych biedniejszych, jak i bogatszych krajów. Konsekwentna i solidarna reakcja Unii Europejskiej na walkę z pandemią pokazała, że razem możemy więcej. Współpraca państw członkowskich w dziedzinie zdrowia, wymiana doświadczeń, wspólne platformy informacyjne dla specjalistów i dofinansowania badań sprawiają, że razem możemy stawić czoła problemom, z którymi osobno nie udałoby nam się wygrać. Europa dla wszystkich Europejczyków to Europa troszcząca się, to Europa inkluzywna, solidarna. Dzisiejsi nagrodzeni to ludzie, którzy codziennie kierują się tymi zasadami w swojej pracy i dzięki nim możemy mieć wiarę w lepsze jutro dla osób chorych na choroby rzadkie. Lekarze, naukowcy, wolontariusze pracujący nad nowymi technologiami, lekami i analizami chorób, dzięki którym z każdym rokiem jesteśmy coraz bliżej celu ulżenia w chorobie tym potrzebującym, zasługują na uznanie nie tylko dzisiaj. Bardzo dziękuję za waszą pracę. I powiem jedno, dziękuję, że jesteście.
Our thanks to Dr. Kopax. Now, before we start with our awardees, I'd like to say a few words about an important friend of the rare disease community who very sadly passed away last month. David Maria Sassoli, President of the European Parliament, has supported the awards since 2020, initially as a keynote speaker and then as the honorary chairperson of last year's ceremony. In the words of EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, we are all deeply saddened by the passing away of the great European and Italian, a passionate journalist and an extraordinary EP president. Our thoughts go to Mr. Sassoli's family and friends in these difficult times. So let's get started with this year's awardees. Our first award this evening is the EURORDIS Members Award, which has been attributed to Childhood Cancer International Europe for their outstanding advocacy of childhood cancers. Thanks to the organisation's work and their collaborations with local and international partners, they have enhanced the ability of many medical professionals and health workers to recognise the early signs of childhood cancer, enabling them to make accurate and early diagnoses. The award also recognises the organisation's crucial role with the European Reference Network for Paediatric Cancer, along with their involvement in several European committees, platforms and projects. Let's now hear from Anita Kinnesberger, Karina Schneider and Delphine Heenan from Childhood Cancer International Europe.
Today, we are greatly honored to receive the EURORDIS Black Pearl Award on behalf of Childhood Cancer International Europe. For decades, I have been a witness of a devoted and brave community, eager to speak up and fight against all challenges brought by childhood cancer. Our community is extremely proud, as this is CCI Europe's first award from another patient organization. This is a really great acknowledgement of our work, and more importantly, a reflection of everything our community is doing. This award is for the young patients fighting cancer today, survivors, their parents and bereaved parents.
CCI Europe is a patients' organization with survivors, parents and advocates. Our motto is "Nothing about us without us." Since our creation, we have collaborated with our members, healthcare professionals and the pharmaceutical industry to implement our motto and ensure that the patient is at the center of research and that standards of care reflect the patient's medical and psychosocial needs. We see now some first successes and we are more and more solicited to take part in these projects. Despite the rising number of committed people, we still need to expand our team of patient experts so that our experience of care can be ingrained into all future research projects. So our next challenge is to work on the education of a multitude of future patient experts to make sure that our motto becomes reality.
The European Union put cancer at the heart of its priorities with Europe's Beating Cancer Plan and the Cancer Mission, an ambitious financing program. Young cancer survivors and parents of children with cancer are very proud to have advocated and obtained a dedicated chapter for children with cancer and one for survivors. This is important because they have specific needs. Today, we don't know the causes of pediatric cancer. Young patients also benefit from less innovation than adults, despite the fact that pediatric cancer remains the first cause of death by disease for children above 1 year of age. Finally, cancer survivors are faced with long-term side effects caused by their treatment. That's why we need 3 things: more research to improve diagnosis and treatment, psychosocial care to minimize the toxic impact of cancer, and a proper follow-up for survivors to prevent and treat long-term side effects. We must also ensure that those improvements will equally benefit children throughout Europe. So now it's up to us, CCI Europe, to deliver on the opportunities offered by Europe's Beating Cancer Plan, so that they become a reality in the life of future patients.
That is truly inspiring. Thank you, Anita, Karina, and Delphine. Just hearing your dedication to patients and also empowerment of patients is so important. I love that phrase, nothing about us without us. That's like our motto here in the UK too, amongst our patient groups. Let's now move to our second award of this evening, the EURORDIS Volunteer Award, which goes to Graham Slater for his outstanding commitment to rare diseases and international collaborations, in particular his work with TOFS, the Esophageal Atresia Global Support Group, the European Reference Network for Rare Inherited and Congenital Digestive and Gastrointestinal Anomalies, and several EURORDIS working groups. Where does he find the time? Let's hear from Graham.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It really is a tremendous honour to receive the EURORDIS Volunteer Award for 2022, an accolade to be recognised in this way by my colleagues and fellow volunteers. I can't really express how much it means to me. I was first involved with rare diseases as a member of TOFS, that's the UK's Esophageal Atresia Support Group, an organisation that I was drawn to because I'm one of the world's earliest survivors of this condition. I couldn't have imagined then that I would become involved in the creation of EAT, the International Federation of Esophageal Atresia Support Groups, nor to be its president for 10 years. And similarly, I couldn't have imagined being the lead patient representative of a reference network dedicated to congenital malformations, nor to have the opportunity to work with EURORDIS and so many other dedicated volunteers. I've been asked what my greatest achievement has been, and it's difficult to pinpoint one event or activity, but I would say my greatest success has been in bringing together esophageal atresia patients and their families in Europe and indeed across the world, supporting, encouraging the foundation of new support groups, new countries, and crucially, in improving collaboration, engagement with clinicians and researchers, a role that I've been privileged to carry out in a wider context with ERN Örneke. In 2022, I hope that this engagement will continue, and particularly with the new member HCPs of Örneke. And of course, I remain committed to my work with EURORDIS, particularly with the EPAC steering group. But 2022 will be a big year for my particular community. We have in October the next International Conference on Esophageal Atresia, an event which brings together clinicians from around the world, but where crucially patient representatives and patients are involved very much in presentations and roundtable discussions. More generally, of course, our challenge remains the same, to seek better care and focused research, which should lead to better outcomes for esophageal patients all across the world. Finally, whatever I've achieved would not have been possible without the support of my colleagues, and I thank them, and indeed you all, for this prestigious award. Thank you.
What a lovely speech. Thank you very much, Graham. Now, every year I'm impressed by the high standard of EURORDIS volunteers and the time you dedicate to serve your community. It really is incredible. So there's a few hellos. Let's have a little look on the screen. We've got Christina, who's coming from Canada, Niagara. It's snowing and sunny and -2 degrees. Wowza. Sophie-Anne, hello from London. Hello. Lovely to have you close by. Hi from the European CMT Federation. Hello to you guys. And hello from North Macedonia. Wow, you are coming from all over the place this evening. It's lovely to have you with us. Welcome if you're just joining us. It's now time to hear from this year's Black Pearl keynote speaker. I'm honoured to introduce you to the Secretary of State for European Affairs at the French government, Clément Beaune, who has a special message for us about the French presidency of the Council of the European Union and current priorities of the EU health strategy.
Mesdames et messieurs, je suis très heureux de m'adresser à vous, même si ce n'est que par vidéo interposée à l'occasion de cette 11e cérémonie organisée par EURORDIS pour célébrer les avancées dans la lutte que nous menons contre les maladies rares. Je veux d'abord saluer votre engagement, celui des associations en France, partout en Europe, que vous avez bâti, que vous avez construit et qui porte ses fruits pour augmenter les financements, pour soutenir la recherche, pour accompagner les familles. Pour tout cela, je vous adresse un grand merci et je veux vous dire aussi que nous sommes dans un moment européen important. Nous avons eu l'occasion d'en discuter à plusieurs reprises et de porter sous la présidence française du Conseil de l'Union européenne qui se déroule ce semestre, ces avancées à l'échelle européenne. La crise dans le domaine sanitaire, celui de la Covid, l'a démontré. Nous avons besoin de renforcer l'Europe de la santé. Cette crise a d'une certaine façon été salutaire. Elle nous a montré à quel point cette valeur ajoutée européenne était présente. À quel point aussi nous devions combler certaines lacunes dans les financements européens, les actions européennes, dans beaucoup de domaines de recherche, de santé, de traitement. Je crois que nous allons faire, j'en suis sûr, de cette présidence une occasion pour faire progresser cette Europe de la santé, pour lancer des actions avec des financements, pour renforcer et consolider la recherche européenne contre les maladies rares. Nous avons, avec la Commission européenne, porté cette ambition. Nous organiserons un événement à cette occasion dans les prochaines semaines, au cours du semestre de présidence française, pour qu'il y ait des plans en matière de santé et de recherche au niveau européen qui complètent nos actions nationales. Nous aurons besoin de votre engagement, de votre mobilisation, de votre combat, pour que cette Europe de la santé soit aussi engagée dans la lutte commune contre les maladies rares. Merci beaucoup. Je vous souhaite de bons débats, une très bonne cérémonie et nous serons à vos côtés pour mener ce combat essentiel. Merci.
Thank you so much to Mr. Byrne there. This links nicely to our next awardee, who in her current position is playing a crucial role in making the EU health strategy for rare diseases advance. This is the recipient of our EURORDIS European Rare Disease Leadership Award 2022, a real example of a woman's extraordinary journey from mother of 2 children with a rare disease to volunteer in a patient organisation to public servant. The award goes to Dr. Anne-Sophie Lapointe for the outstanding leadership and dedication she has shown to the rare disease community, in particular as president of Vaincre les maladies lesomales in the National Council of Rare Diseases France, as well as the ethical committee of INSERM. What is extraordinary is Dr. Lapointe's path after her primary commitment stemmed from her 2 children affected by a rare disease. She's now leading the French National Plan on Rare Diseases and the National Plan on Genomics at the Ministry of Health. We want to celebrate both her incredible personal commitment and the crucial role she's played in steering the development of the rare disease cause, making a positive impact in advancing rare disease policy and partnerships, both at national and international level. Welcome, Dr. Lapointe, and congratulations on your well-deserved award. We're thrilled to have you online with us this evening. Your achievements are really, truly impressive. There you are with your award. Fantastic. Now, what has been driving you through the different steps of your career?
It's a message for my dearest family, my husband, Alban, my children on earth, Martin and Margaret, and my children up there who left too soon, Thibaut, Vianney, and Théophile. Dear friends, dear patient association, dear extended family concerned by rare disease, the academic world, doctors, researchers, social workers, policymakers, and the pharmaceutical companies. I'm extremely touched and honored to be with you tonight and to receive this leadership award. This recognition is an opportunity for me to take stock of my life concerned with rare disease since 1988 with the diagnosis of lysosomal disease for 2 of my children, Vianney and Théophile. But it's also an opportunity for me to understand that it took me more than 20 years to accept that our oldest son, Thibaut, had an undiagnosed disease. I have 3 messages which illustrate the lives of my 3 children who have passed now away. The first word is courage. Despite the illness, they were able to move forward in life with a strength that gave us as parents courage. Courage to move forward no matter what. Courage to continue to live with hope, to build, to have plans. The third word is to live with the present moment at more than 100%, to invest yourself every day, to live in the moment and to savor it. This is without a doubt a quality that requires the most attention. Now, as I don't have them around me to show me the way, I have to be careful to always live this moment fully, not to worry about tomorrow, but to enjoy all the little pleasures of life, which are in fact the real life, a life rich in daily encounters, discussion with friends, colleagues, the joy of seeing a beautiful project come to fruition. The third word is sharing. Our children were vulnerable because of their handicap, of their disease, but they shared what they had and pushed up us to become better. This sharing is the possibility of pushing the limits imposed by the rare disease. This sharing is the possibility to carry together a European and international policy for rare disease that we collectively call for the coming future. It means knowing that our diseases are rare, but what we are not alone. This is the motto of the association Vaincre les maladies lysosomales, which I shared for 6 years. Thank you again for being here tonight. Thank you to the EURORDIS team. Their advancement is fantastic, but it's also because many of them know what a rare disease is. Altogether, our entire rare disease community is here. mobilize to create more justice and more beauty in our lives.
Wow. Dr. Anne-Sophie Lapointe, truly amazing, truly inspirational. I'm wondering why I didn't bring a handkerchief with me, because that was really moving and so full of hope. And we need hope. You know, the whole world needs hope right now, doesn't it? But our community really needs it. And that, wow, thank you so, so much. Okay, there's lots of congratulations coming in for Graham from earlier, Graham Slater. People saying, congratulations, Graham, you deserve this so much. Thanks for your help and good ideas and patience on our way. Hello from the UK. It's an amazing achievement, Graham. You're inspirational. Well done, Graham. Very much deserved. And also we've got a hello from Australia. That's our first one from that area. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're the hardcore people. 1 o'clock in the morning tuning in. Well done and thank you. So now it's my pleasure to introduce you to tonight's first performer. Chloe Temchin, an award-winning singer, songwriter and speaker who, after living for 12 years with pulmonary hypertension and pulmonary veno-occlusive disease, received a life-saving double lung transplant in 2020. Through her music and personal story, Chloe is on a mission to help those living with a chronic disease to find hope, motivation, and inspiration, and to continue to bring awareness to pulmonary hypertension and to the importance of organ donation. Let's now listen to her original song, You Save Me.
I'm tired and run down from life's roller coaster ride, from holding it together while I'm falling apart inside. When the walls are caving in, I want out of what I'm in. When I don't know what I believe in anymore. You save me, you always save me. I guess the first time, then over again. You save me, you always save me. Swear it's the last time, and I need you again. When I fall to my knees and I lift my hands to pray, no matter how broken I feel, I'll never break. 'Cause you save me. When your world comes crashing down, that's when you find out who your friends really are. Guess I always gotta learn the hard way. When you untangle me from the dark, when the walls are caving in, let me out of what I'm in. When I don't know what I believe in anymore. You save me, you always save me. I guess the first time, and over again. You save me, you always save me. Swear it's the last time, and I need you again. When I fall to my knees and I lift my hands to pray, no matter how broken I feel, I'll never break. 'Cause you save me. is save me.
Wow, that was powerful. What an incredible song, what an incredible video, and those stats at the end of the video, goodness. Well, I'm now thrilled to welcome Chloe with us this evening. Good evening, Chloe.
Hi, my goodness, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you all. Merci, merci.
That was amazing, just looking at your video. Do you want to tell us about when and why you started writing music?
Ooh, what a question. Little did I know when I was about 3 years old and asked my mother for a guitar, which was 5 times the size I was, how incredibly important music would become. And it all started then, really. And then it ended up with, how about you play violin instead, since you're so tiny? So it was always music, and it just became truthfully a saving grace for me when all of this happened. And, you know, for me, it's a world in which PH didn't exist. There was nothing was wrong in the world of music. So it's always been the way that I express myself best. Just hide in my little room and just, you know, it all comes out. And I was able to really escape. And I think escape is a word we sometimes don't want to use, but when you're really, really not well and psychologically, it's so difficult. And I think that type of escape is just so powerful and so healing. So that's the very short version.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And I'm in music myself, and this concept of those worlds coming together, that you would never have imagined how one can support the other. Music is often undervalued in that journey. Now, what message would you have for other people perhaps watching this evening and thinking, you know, I want to have hope, I want to keep getting up, or I want to do music perhaps, they're living with a rare disease. What's your message to them this evening?
I would have to say there are so many things that I've learned, you know, but I would say the main message right now in my life is that the impossible can become possible. And I've been told so many times how impossible it is with pulmonary hypertension, with pulmonary veno-occlusive disease, you know, life expectancy is like 15 minutes, as I say. And then vocal cord paralysis, you'll never sing again. It's impossible. It was just one thing after the other. The transplant, I was too sick for the transplant. I was on life support. We don't think you'll survive. It's impossible. So it's just been this throughout my experience. And I really do believe that with hard work and with a very clear vision, that the impossible really can become possible. That's one of many, many things that I've learned.
Chloe, thank you so much for your performance, and thank you for your words too. Such a pleasure to have had you with us this evening.
Thank you.
Now, for those of you who wish to learn more about Chloe after the ceremony, you'll find a video of her story on the events platform. That's for later. Now, let's move to the next award of the evening, the EURORDIS Policymaker Award 2022, which goes to Professor Hans-Georg Eichler for his dedication to making a real difference in the rare disease community through his academic, institutional, and regulatory work. This award acknowledges the role he played campaigning for clinical research to be more innovative in order to reduce the time and money it takes for a drug to come to the market. In his role as Senior Medical Officer of the European Medicines Agency, he showed incredible leadership advocating for drugs licensing. This award also acknowledges his active engagement with the Medicines Adaptive Pathways, the Clinical Trials Transformative Initiative, and his commitment to making clinical research more global and fit for today's new possibilities. More recently, Professor Eichler, who's now a consulting physician at the Association of Austrian Social Security Bodies, started collaborating with EURORDIS on several projects as a volunteer. Let's hear from Professor Eichler.
What a wonderful time to be attending the Black Pearl event and to be receiving the EURORDIS Policymaker Award. I really learned about the field of rare diseases and orphan drugs when I joined the EMA's Orphan Drug Committee in around the year 2000. And I quickly realized two things. First, on the social humanitarian side, that rare diseases are a field of huge human suffering and unmet medical need that deserves to be addressed. But second, I also realized that the field of orphan drugs is the cutting edge of developments. And I'm not just talking about research where this is obvious. Just look at the progress we're making in the field of gene therapies, most of which happen in rare diseases, but also in the field of innovation of policy making. The way we now authorize drugs, the way we now reimburse drugs, how we leverage real-world data, etc. All of that is happening in the arena of rare diseases and orphan drugs. And I dare say what happens today in rare diseases will happen tomorrow in the rest of medicine. So this is a hugely exciting field to be in at this time. When I retired from the European Medicines Agency last year, I started two activities. First, I want to make a contribution to the EURORDIS effort to achieve access for patients to new therapies, and I want to be a volunteer for EURORDIS. But second, I took on a new role, an official role, with the Austrian social and health insurance system. So I'm now wearing the hat of a payer. And I try to combine these two roles to foster access for patients and to address the needs on how we will reimburse drugs in the future. So what I'm trying to push for orphan drugs is pay for performance schemes, the use of real-world data, data sharing, and all of this. And I hope in the end, this will benefit all patients with rare diseases and later on every patient on this planet. So once again, thank you for allowing me to be here, and I want to express my thanks to the selection committee for nominating me for this really prestigious award, of which I'm very proud of. And have a wonderful evening today.
Thank you to Professor Eichler, and congratulations. In fact, congratulations are coming in onto our screen here from some of our people watching this evening. And also congratulations for some of our other winners. Congratulations, Anne Sophie, a moving and inspirational acceptance speech, a very worthy recipient. Courage to move forwards. That's what Anne Sophie was telling us. You should be very proud of everything you've achieved so far, Anne Sophie. Felicitations. Also, people commenting on Chloe's performance, which was wonderful. Wow, what a wonderful moment, they say. Wow, phenomenal voice, Chloe. I love that so much, and love that sentiment of music as a saving grace. So powerful. Thank you. Keep those messages coming in. On the occasion of Rare Disease Day, tonight we're together celebrating the remarkable efforts of our awardees. As a global community, we have a powerful voice. Together we can raise awareness, break down the barriers to care, diagnosis and treatment. We demand equity and inclusion, oh yes. In this year's Rare Disease Day official video, we're showing the world what we're capable of, no matter the challenges we face. To shine a beacon of light for all those who need us, but are yet to find us. Meet our 5 new superheroes. Each story is unique, our community is diverse, but we share many commonalities, a shared passion for life, shared challenges and frustrations, and a shared drive for change. Share your story, share your colors.
نحن 300 مليون. نحن هنا لنشارك خبرتنا، تحدياتنا، انتصاراتنا وأحلامنا، لنشارك مجتمعنا الملون ونشارك قصتنا معكم.
Este es nuestro pequeño, nuestro primer hijo, nieto, bisnieto, sobrino. Le encanta pintar, jugar, bailar y leer cuentos. Tiene la enfermedad de Gaucher.
Ja se zovem Jelena. Volim da budem okružena prirodom i upijam slike i zvuke oko sebe sa svojim mužem. Volim slobodu, putovanja i istraživanja. Imam cističnu fibrozu. Završila sam fakultet i odlučna sam da uspem u životu.
أنا وفيق. أنا أحب السيارات وألعاب الفيديو لدرجة أنني أرغب في الحصول عليها جميعاً، حتى لو كان ذلك مستحيلاً. أتناسى نفسي في الأفلام مع أصدقائي وعائلتي. عائلتي وجدوا أن تشخيص الحصل العضلي الدوشيني صعب، ولكن دائماً أحاول أن أعطي الطاقة الإيجابية بابتسامة كبيرة.
Igama lami ngingoTsepiso. Ngithakazelela ezobuciko, ezomculo kunye lezemidlalo. Ngangilethemba lokuthi lami ngingaba ngumzali, njengoba ngiphila lo mkhuhlane weVon Willebrand. Kodwa namhlanje ngingumama wendodana engipha injabulo enkulu.
أنا اسمي ندى. أنا أدرس علم الصوتيات في الجامعة، لأنني أهتم بالتواصل واللغويات. أنا عندي انحلال البشرة الفقاعي وأحياناً يستخفون بي.
Kule nkinga esibhekane lazo. Ngathwala nzima ukuze odokotela bazi ukuthi ngibulawa yini.
Para tener acceso
Imithi eqondileyo.
أو أي علاج على الإطلاق.
أحياناً أتعرض للتمييز وصمة عار.
Ili čak isključivanjem iz društva. Naše priče su jedinstvene, retke, drugačije i različite. Ipak imamo mnogo sličnosti.
شغف مشترك في الحياة، التحديات والإحباطات المشتركة.
un impulso compartido por el cambio.
Amazwi ethu sonke kumele azwakale njalo izikhalazo zethu zinanzelelwe.
No importa si vivimos en
مصر،
Srbiji,
لبنان،
Perú,
India, Chongqing,
Japan, Mexico,
Brazil.
kumbe eZimbabwe. Nxa sindawonye ilizwi lethu lilamandla.
معاً نستطيع أن نرفع مستوى الوعي، تحطيم حواجز الرعاية والتشخيص والعلاج.
نحن نطالب بالإنصاف والشمول. نحن نظهر للعالم ما نحن قادرون عليه.
uprkos izazovima sa kojima smo suočeni.
لنضيء منارة من الضوء لكل من يحتاج إلينا.
pero aún tienen que encontrarnos. Con 300 millones de historias, juntos podemos pintar una imagen de un futuro más brillante.
Ngemibala yethu, ngamazwi ethu.
Such powerful, diverse and inclusive stories there, and such an incredible insight into the challenges, adversities and successes that people living with a rare disease encounter daily. This is a cause and a journey that needs support at all levels, locally, nationally, across the EU and around the world. And tonight, we hope you'll join this movement with a donation in support of the Rare Disease Day Global campaign. Your gift will go directly towards increasing awareness, creating new learning and advocacy resources made accessible free of charge on the Rare Disease Day website, and mobilizing individuals and communities around the world to work towards a better future for people living with a rare disease. I'm just hearing that we've already raised €8,200, which is phenomenal. Thank you so much to everybody who's already contributed. A reminder that you can make a donation at any time now or throughout the ceremony by clicking the pink donate button that's underneath the stream. We're now at one of the key moments of the evening. We're about to announce the awardee of the brand new Social Media Award. During the past few weeks, you've had the opportunity to vote for our three truly inspiring finalists: Malika and Noah Savic from Serbia, Francesco Canadoro from Italy, and Noah Higan-Belver from Spain. The inspiring commitment and dedication to patient advocacy shown by our three finalists have enabled the needs of people living with a rare disease to be broadcasted beyond the rare disease community to an even wider audience. Voting for the award closed earlier today with over 33,000 votes from all around the world, and I'm thrilled to announce that the recipient is Malika and Noah Savic. Congratulations and welcome, Malika and Noah, and congratulations for the award. Yay! Congratulations. We're doing our signs here. Yeah, I forgot to do that. Yes, get the signs going. You have received what a tremendous amount of votes. So how does it feel to receive this award?
I am speechless. I think for the first time ever in my life, I am definitely speechless. I'm not the person who doesn't have anything to say, but right now, I you see?
Yeah. I can imagine. So you've got this page called My Baby Noah, and it's really inspiring, but not everyone will have seen it. So could you tell us what it is and why you decided to create it?
My Baby Noah is an Instagram page, and it started as my way of keeping a kind of online diary about my daughter. I have a daughter who is turning 9 tomorrow, so tomorrow is her birthday, and this award is for her. I'm just trying to be her voice and normalize being different in the world, not just Balkans and Serbia, but I hope one day we will conquer the world. So in this special mission, so we try to tell stories and tell more intimate and more personal tales about having children with rare diseases in these parts of the woods, as I would like to say.
And I can imagine your community is really encouraged by that. I have 4 children with special needs, and getting their voices heard is very difficult. And it's for parents to raise those voices, isn't it? So thank you for all that you do. So where you've done this page, you've got that going on Instagram. Have you got other projects that you want to do in the future?
Oh, yeah, there are a couple. Some international and some based for the parents in Balkans mainly. But unfortunately, because of the situation and the pandemic in the last 2 years, I haven't been able to do much about that. But now it's making progress. It is slow, but it is making progress. My plan is to make a much larger community than we have right now for people, especially parents with kids with special needs and rare diseases, because as you said it beautifully, we are their voices. We need to speak up for them, and we need to be their voices until they find theirs, as I always say. So it is very, very difficult to go through this, but there is hope, there is love, there are those smiles. They're the most magical thing in the world. So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm nearing the tears. So thank you.
Me too.
I know.
I seem to have got something in my eye. Well, Malika, thank you so much. Congratulations, and a very happy birthday to Noah for tomorrow. Please pass on our congratulations. Well done. Now, before we move to the next awards, let's see how our friends on the wall are doing. Hello all. Let's give a round of celebration for all the awardees that have been announced so far. I've got messages coming in here as well. Amazing, enormous congratulations to Malika. That's a message that's just come in. I find all these stories so inspiring and enriching. I don't know about you. We have a little tool that we'd like all of you, both on the wall and at home, to use to let us know about how hearing these achievements is making you feel. So click on the link that's just been shared in the chat. And here's a challenge for you. You can draw an image or write one word representing how you're feeling. I know I'd definitely be a word person. I'm not very good at drawing, but if you can draw, that would be great. But if you could write a word, that would be great. Just let us know how all of this, all of hearing from our awardees this evening, how that's making you feel. We'd love to just be able to put some of those up. And once you've finished, click on the done button, because then we get to see it, and the drawings will appear on the screen. I'll give you a moment to get inspired. So go into that chat, get to that link, do your little word or drawing, and then press done. In the meantime, let's go and have a look at some of the photos we've received earlier of our audience at home celebrating. Let's have a little look. Are we seeing those? I'm not sure if we're seeing those, but it's nice to see. Ah, there they are. You're appearing. Yes, lovely to see your smiley faces. Keep sharing your photos. Now, have you had enough time? Hello. Oh, they're still waving. We've still got lots of waving going on. Lovely to see you. Now, if you've got any drawings or any words you want to show me, are there any? Let's have a look at those. I think we're still doing photographs at the moment from what I can see. Oh my gosh, you did really well. There's loads of them. Brilliant. Inspired, emotion, alive. What other words have we got here? Inspired, love, proud, move. Wow, these are brilliant. I love this. Let's keep going on this. I love it. Yeah, keep bringing those in because they look fantastic. And people are doing good pictures too. Better than my art. Very, very good. So thank you for participating. Let's keep it interactive throughout the evening. Now let's move to our next award, to the EURORDIS Media Award for 2022, which is awarded to You and Life, the on-demand video platform for offering all people living with a rare disease and their families free, accessible online tools to break through the sense of isolation that frequently goes hand in hand with rare diseases. The platform hosts interviews, seminars, web series, and filmed testimonies where patients, parents, and caregivers talk about how rare diseases affect their everyday life. And they share some of their personal tips and advice. I bet that's fantastic. Let's hear from the founder of You and Life, Estelle Dubois.
Hello, everyone. At EURORDIS Life, we are really proud tonight to receive the Black Pearl Media Awards 2022. All our 110 volunteers and patient associations are delighted to be honored tonight by EURORDIS. For the last 6 years, all of us from France, Switzerland, Belgium, and Canada have been fighting the loneliness endured by rare disease patients and families. We do believe that this loneliness is as challenging as the rare disease and the disability itself. This is why we decided to fight this loneliness in a very innovative way. We created in 2019 our EURORDIS Life streaming platform. With the help of patient association, we tried to gather and select existing video relating to rare diseases, looking to find practical videos that deal with all aspects of the disease and disability, which we then classify according to the main themes: explanation of the disease, school, work, patient association, videos dedicated to teenagers, and so on. When there is no already existing video, well, we will create our own video, our own patient stories. We are sharing stories from patients, families, and professionals that give their advice and best practice to live better with the disease. We created a model that can be reproduced everywhere, all over Europe and all over the world. And if you ask me about the future of EURORDIS Life, I will hope that one day a person from each country will contact us and tell us, well, you know what, I will create an EURORDIS Life structure and I will create content for your platform. Well, that is our dream, that EURORDIS Life crosses the borders.
Wow, congratulations again to EURORDIS Life. Let's hope indeed that such a great concept will soon spread across those countries. Now, before we move on to the next award, I'm delighted to introduce the second performer of the evening, Susie Birchwood, an incredible dancer and choreographer from the UK who's living with dystonia. Join me in watching her energetic piece called Apart from Hubble Bubble Productions in association with Leela Dance and featuring Laura Jones.
Waist, tire, breath. Wrist, eye, elbow, ear, plate, seat, wheels, weight. Head, knee, back, breath, tire, eye, tire, flat tire, I stop. I brake, plate, just brake, weight, up, brake, off, brake, dance. Spine, arch, spine, guard, knows, he knows, she knows. Who knows? Stop, knees up, weight. Guard, off guard, on guard. Head ache, elbow break, cotton, steel, flesh. Who knows? Stop, knees up, wait. Guard, on guard, off guard, discard. Head ache, elbow break, cotton, fresh, flesh. I break, plate, just break, wait, off, break down, break fast. Spoke, I spoke, he spoke, she spoke, we spoke, thus spoke, arch. Back, head, knee, waist, frame, I'm frame, picture frame, tire, I tire, please, I tire, less, please, less. Head, breath, plate, seat, weight. Head, knee, back, breath, tire, flat tire, I stop. Spine, arch, spine, guard. Back. Frame, tire, I tire, please, I tire, less, please.
That was outrageous. That was amazing. I love it. Head, knee, chin, top, and brilliant. I don't know about you, but I really wanted to dance after watching that. I'm now thrilled to welcome here with us Susie. Good evening, Susie. It's such a pleasure to virtually meet you. You are amazing. I loved that. Now, we would like to show to our audience a little clip of your amazing choreography, A Conversation with Dystonia. And let's bring that up on the screen and watch it for a little bit, and then we'll have a bit of a chat. So here it is. That's mesmerizing, really mesmerizing, so beautiful. Susie, could you tell us a little bit about this project and why you decided to tell your story in this way?
Absolutely, yes. Well, dance for me has been a journey to unlock a lot more of my movement that I didn't really realize I had. I developed my condition, generalized dystonia, when I was 16 going on 17, and I was training full-time as a classical ballet dancer. So at that time, really, really difficult timing to suddenly be hit by something that completely changed my body, my face, the way that I was able to breathe and speak. It really affected every part of me. And I had quite a long journey to finding my way back to dance again. And when I did, it was just this amazing unlocking of all of these tools that I could use, which actually allowed me to work with my condition. And I think Conversation with Dystonia was important for me because it was a real acknowledgement of this is my body. My dystonia gives me a particular way of moving that has become part of my body and part of the way that that I am, my being. And actually, that's okay. And it was about learning to work hand in hand with my condition and really understand it as a friend rather than someone that was or something that was trying to pull me apart and break me. It was actually something that gave me strength in many ways and found me a pathway that has been amazing, really.
Susie, it's so incredible hearing you speak there, having just spoken to Chloe earlier about getting vocal cord paralysis, you know, when you have a dream and you want to dance and then it's all up in the air. And there is, I'm sure, in the immediate, an incredible sense of loss. And yet both of you, just hearing you speak, it's like the very thing that separated you has become something that has helped you to communicate in the world in a way that you wouldn't have been able to before. That really is incredible.
Very much so. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
So a truly amazing performance, and the full performance of A Conversation with Dystonia lasts about 25 minutes. So unfortunately, we can't show it all now. However, for those of you who'd like to watch it all, it will be available on this platform after the ceremony has ended. Thank you so much again to Susie for being with us. Let's connect to our friends on the wall for a final big round of applause. This is the way we do applause. And I can also read out some of these. Congratulations coming in for Malika and Noah. Wow, more stars from Serbia's amazing rare disease community. People are saying, amazing. The artists are so fabulous tonight, inspiring. They always are at these EURORDIS Awards. I have to say, some of the best performances have been in these last 5 years that I've seen at these awards. And tonight is no exception. Absolutely wonderful. Now we're to move on to our first 2022 Company Award, the EURORDIS Company Award for Health Technology, which this year recognises Apparito as a company at the forefront of innovative technologies that report patient experiences accurately. By placing patient needs at the heart of the solution, Apparito's expertise facilitates medicine's development and contributes to addressing complex regulatory challenges. The company's collaborative approach, working across rare diseases and alongside patient organisations, clinicians, as well as sponsors, also deserves recognition. Apparito's remarkable journey in the field of remote patient monitoring is testament to the potential of digital solutions to profoundly impact the delivery of healthcare for people living with a rare disease.
I'm Dr. Ellen Have-Davis, and I'm the founder and the CEO at Apparito.
I am Dr. Elisa Ferrer-Mallol, and I'm Patient Advocacy Manager at Apparito.
Over the last 7 years, we have been dedicated to changing the clinical trial experience for patients living with a rare disease. This has focused mainly in two parts. Firstly, developing standardized at-home assessment, and secondly, using technology to convey what's really important to patients. So we see technology as an enabler towards patient-centric clinical trials, and this has been our mission that drives us forward in everything that we do. Elissa and I have both worked in rare disease for a long time, and we have seen how the rare disease community has evolved and grown over that time. We've played a small part in that change, but we're able to leverage the experiences gained and the lessons learned over those years, bringing in our work from clinical, regulatory, policy, and an engagement perspective to guide the work that we do today.
The award is a great recognition from the rare disease community to acknowledge that Apparito makes a difference in the rare disease space.
EURORDIS is an extremely important organisation to us because the heritage of the previous winners and the esteemed company in which we find ourselves is a great honour. Their innovative nature in pushing boundaries to explore new ways of doing things, acknowledging that the existing ways of working don't work for the rare disease communities. And as a result, EURORDIS has been an instrumental enabler to change the status quo.
We see the award as an incentive to improve and live up to the values and spirit of the award, and not just put it on the shelf. This is a wonderful way to reinforce our patient engagement practices and encourages us to do more and better. People talk about patient engagement and patient involvement, but it has been often tokenistic. We may ask for lay language for patient information sheet, but then we may not be measuring what's important for patients. The award reinforces that we need to continue to bring patients early into the co-creation and co-design process, and for us to live by the messages that we try to convey. Through this co-creation process, we aim to create solutions that serve the needs of the patient community and make decentralized trials a reality.
This award is on behalf of the whole team at Apparito. We are the face of it, but the tech team and all of our colleagues are key contributors to the success of our mission. But most importantly, this award is on behalf of all the patient communities that have trusted us to collaborate with them over the last 7 years. Without you, our efforts would be nothing, and for that, we are extremely grateful. Thank you.
Well, our congratulations again to the entire team for this well-deserved award, and how lovely with them talking about the fact that they love the fact that other people have won in previous years, and they sort of stand on the shoulders of giants. That's what I love about this award ceremony. The people that win the awards, it opens doors, and there's a great sort of heritage that comes with winning an award. So we've now reached one of the most exciting moments of the evening, the announcement of our secret Young Patient Advocate awardee. And for this, let's get back to our friends on the wall. Because even if we were very secretive about it, our award recipient is actually among them. This year's awardee has shown incredible dedication to rare diseases, and her innovative approach has led to the creation of the world's largest patient organization for ketotic hypoglycemia, called Ketotic Hypoglycemia International. She's played a key role as a patient advocate in the European Health Parliament and at the European Medicines Agency, and she actively participated as a young citizen volunteer in the Rare 2030 project. And the award goes to, I think you'll know, Danielle Drachman. Welcome, Danielle. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for this prestigious award. It's truly an honor to have my work recognized along with so many other outstanding individuals. First, I would like to thank my family, my husband, my kids, the families in Ketotic Hypoglycemia International, and the rare disease families all over the world who have made this journey possible for me. You all should be standing beside me right now. You deserve this just as much as I do. Next, I must send a big congratulations to my two mentors, Professor Jacob Peterson, Professor Henrik Taibu Christensen. This is not my award. This is one we share with all of the families and all of the medical experts we work together with. This is what all of our work is about, working together as equal stakeholders, scientists, industry partners, and families together. I would like to use this platform to address you, dear listener, and make a few things clear. If you take away just two things from this talk, then let it be this. One, we have seen tremendous progress being made in the past decades. Rare diseases were nearly invisible in health and social systems. And today they are recognized as a public health and human right priority, in a large part due to the policy framework in place. And two, there is still much to be done, much to be improved, and we do need a new set of policies to ensure a better future for people living with a rare disease. As a young citizen during the Rare 2030 Foresight study, I contributed, along with hundreds of experts, to make a robust set of policy recommendations to achieve that goal. To me, being a part of that project is where everything began. It has opened the doors to advocacy and a hope for a brighter future. As young citizens, we have called for a more inclusive society that recognizes the needs and challenges of the rare disease community, more collaboration beyond borders and professional backgrounds. We have called for the right to a timely diagnosis, access to care, recognition of our rights wherever and whoever we are. But what gives us the right to make such demands? Receiving a rare disease diagnosis, especially for a child, is devastating. It feels like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Going through it alone is soul-crushing. I speak from my experiences I'd like to forget. I work every day towards a brighter future for my family and all of the families, rare disease families across the world. For that exact reason, I would like to thank everyone for listening to this talk. You, me, and the people around us are all shaping a new generation of advocates living with a rare disease, fostering living conditions that will no longer have to be lived in isolation. You're not alone anymore. And that's the end of my already way too long speech, but I will leave you with one final comment. I hope that institutions, policymakers, and everyone out there are listening to our plea. You have an option and an opportunity to make the world a better place to live, breathe, and die in. On behalf of myself, my beautiful children, and the 300 million people living with a rare disease worldwide, with conditions too depressing to make for a good speech, I leave you with this. It's on you. You have the resources. You have the means. Make some good of it, please. Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you to Danielle. Now, we've got congratulations coming in for you, Danielle. There's had a great time working with you in the Rare 2030 project. Someone says, well deserved. And I love the fact that our patient advocate there, not even missing a beat in calling it out and saying, we leave it in your hands, advocating even in their thank you speech, in their acceptance speech. Fantastic, Danielle. Well done. Now, before we move on to our next award, a reminder that you can help advance the critical work of achieving equity and inclusion for people living with a rare disease. by making a donation in support of the Rare Disease Day Global campaign. You'll find the donate button just below the stream, and we've also just shared the link in the chat, so please make sure that you donate. After hearing Danielle's amazing story, we're now going to move to our next award, the EURORDIS Company Award for Innovation. This year's award celebrates the remarkable personal journey of another exceptional woman who, as a mother of a child with a rare disease herself, became a patient advocate and then an entrepreneur determined to change the landscape for severe rare diseases affecting children's central nervous systems. I'm talking about Karen Ayash, founder of Lysogene, a pioneering gene therapy company which has established itself among major players, driving European-led innovation in just over 10 years. We want to recognise Lysogene's promising advances towards delivering novel treatments in neurodegenerative and neurodevelopmental disease areas with high unmet medical needs. So now let's hear from the company's founder, chair and CEO, Karen Ayash.
So my name is Karen Ayash, and I am the founder and chief executive officer of Lysogene, which is a clinical stage gene therapy company fighting against neurodegenerative diseases. Today, on behalf of Lysogene and of all my team, I am very happy and very honored to be the recipient of EURORDIS Company Award for Innovation 2022. I must say that one reason why I'm profoundly moved and happy in that circumstance is because years ago, when I started my career as a biotech leader, I started by discovering EURORDIS. And without EURORDIS, I don't think I would have been able to make it up to where the company Lysogene is today. And I would like to extend really special thanks to Ian Lecam and his whole team for the tremendous inspiration they've brought in my life as not only the founder and CEO of a biotech company in the orphan drug space, but also as a mother to a child with a rare disease. And today I would like to dedicate this fantastic prize to my daughter, Ornella, who was affected with Sanfilippo syndrome. Thank you again.
Wow, such powerful words. In addition to Lysogene's incredible advancements in gene therapy, the company is also going to soon release a series of mini documentaries about the real life of European families affected by disability due to rare diseases. Project Rare Diseases, Real Life. Let's watch the trailer together. Wow, I'm really looking forward to seeing the full documentary. We must make sure we all get behind that, right? So now what's next on the agenda? We're about to meet our Scientific Awardee 2022, Professor Franz Schaeffer. This award celebrates Professor Schaeffer's scientific excellence and comprehensive reach, the outstanding dedication he's demonstrated to the rare disease community on an international level, and the positive impact he's made on rare disease research. This research in particular covers the fields of rare kidney diseases, paediatric nephrology, and hypertension. We also want to acknowledge Professor Schaefer's outstanding work in the European reference networks, his prominent role in rare disease registries, and the European Joint Programme on Rare Diseases. Let's hear from Professor Schaefer.
I feel deeply honored and grateful to receive the 2022 Black Pearl Scientific Award. I'm happy to accept the award and express my sincerest gratitude to EURORDIS and the selection committee. I would also like to take this occasion to thank my co-workers, without whose constant support and enthusiasm, none of the accomplishments that led to this award would have been possible. Looking at the prestigious list of previous Black Pearl awardees, I'm extremely flattered that my humble contributions to rare disease science are appreciated in this way. In these exciting times, where the directions of science are constantly redefined by new insights and technologies, it is very helpful to receive some reassurance from the rare disease community that one's own research priorities and activities are more or less on the right track and appear to make a difference to the field. For my team and me, this award is a great encouragement and motivation to engage further in forging networks, collecting and sharing data in this emerging world of digital medicine. Also, we will extend our efforts to co-use research data for direct clinical performance monitoring so patients and their caregivers can take an immediate benefit from engaging in science. Again, thank you, EURORDIS, from the bottom of my heart. I'm looking forward to working with you and the community in the years to come to make this world a better place for patients with rare diseases.
Our thanks to Professor Schaefer there, such an inspiration for the scientific community. So we now have only 3 awards left, and the next one is always impressive. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award that has been awarded to Dr. William Gall. We want to celebrate the special man he is, his lifelong dedication to rare diseases, and particularly his key role in the creation of the Undiagnosed Diseases Network within the National Institutes of Health in the US, a program that has played an essential role in discovering many new genetic disorders. Following the creation of the Undiagnosed Diseases Network, Dr. Gall also played a crucial role in the development of the International Network on Undiagnosed Diseases, an admirable example of an international institution bringing together the undiagnosed community at the global level, creating a structure and forum to exchange on undiagnosed cases for clinicians working worldwide. This award also recognises the numerous groundbreaking discoveries made by Gall's lab on several extremely rare diseases. Welcome and congratulations again on your award, Dr. Gall.
Yes, thank you so much. This is a very meaningful award for me because it is shared and comes from EURORDIS, which has the same mission that I have, to improve the lives of individuals who have rare diseases. And I would like to thank EURORDIS, but also Steve Groft and Helene Cederoth and my colleagues at the National Institutes of Health, my colleagues in the Undiagnosed Diseases Program here, and internationally in the Undiagnosed Diseases Network International. You know, patients who have undiagnosed diseases are almost always rare disease individuals, and they have a desperate time in life because people don't know what they have. And sometimes people suspect that they don't have anything and they don't really have a diagnosis. So it's really difficult for them. So I think it's critically important for us to help patients come to a diagnosis. And this allows them to be part of a community of individuals with like issues. And it allows them to have a chance for treatment and also to plan their futures. So that's a critically important thing for us as a community. This is the very best community that I'm a member of, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. I really thank you all for all of your consideration and for working together with us.
Thank you. I love the way you speak. It's so patient-centered, and that's truly impressive. Now, we'd like to know, if you've got any time to do anything for the future, what are your projects for the future, your desires? What would you like to see?
Well, I've spent my life studying inborn errors of metabolism and rare diseases. I still have a laboratory to do that. We still see patients with cystinosis and Hermansky-Pudlak syndrome and some other rare diseases. I love doing that. I really enjoy seeing patients. But in addition, I've had more involvement in the global or international network now. The Undiagnosed Diseases Network International has a developing nations working group and a diagnostics working group. And I'm hoping that we can expand and spread our influence to other countries throughout the world and provide some sort of an example and also a collaboration. I'm hoping that people who are already practiced in undiagnosed diseases, their diagnosis and treatment can be partnered with other individuals who are just starting out. I think that would be my next lifetime goal.
I think you are a fantastic example, Bill.
Oh, we've got someone coming through the wall there. I love it. There's messages coming in all around me. Congratulations, Dr. Gull. Now, I can't believe we've already got to the last awardee of tonight. But before finishing with our amazing photo finalists, the EURORDIS Company Award for Patient Engagement 2022 goes to the European Alliance for Newborn Screening in SMA for its collaborative effort to ensure that newborn screening programs diagnose all newborn children with SMA across Europe. This close collaboration reinforces the demand of the rare disease community to have a harmonized approach to newborn screening in Europe. EURORDIS truly appreciates the company's mutual engagement with patient advocates and multiple stakeholders around a single cause, which sets an example for future collaborations like we just heard there. Let's hear from the Alliance.
We at SMA Europe and on behalf of the entire SMA Newborn Screening Alliance are extremely grateful to receive the Black Pearl 2022 Company Award for Patient Engagement. We would like to thank EURORDIS and all its nearly 1,000 rare disease patient group members for the recognition. SMA Europe also recognizes and expresses its gratitude to the organizations and companies that make up the Alliance. When they were asked to support patients in advocating for newborn screening, Alliance members all saw the value in working together. The Alliance mission is simple. There is no time to waste for babies born with SMA. The SMA Newborn Screening Alliance demands newborn screening program for SMA in all European countries no later than 2025. Identifying children living with SMA through newborn screening allow for treatment to be started on time, preventing motor neuron loss and a life with severe disability, even death. We need newborn screening for SMA now. It's the only way to save life and avoid permanent disability that impact both the lives of the children born with SMA and their family.
Cześć, nazywam się Magda.
To jest mały Staś, a ja jestem Krzysztof.
Staś urodził się w listopadzie 2021 roku. Po urodzeniu uczestniczył w badaniach przesiewowych, w wyniku których wyszło, że choruje na rdzeniowy zanik mięśni SMA typu 1. Na początku byliśmy zdruzgotani, baliśmy się strasznie tej diagnozy, ale z biegiem czasu zrozumieliśmy, że szybkie leczenie i rehabilitacja daje mu szansę na normalne życie.
Uważamy, że każde dziecko na świecie powinno mieć możliwość badań przesiewowych oraz szansę na szybkie leczenie, bo jak wiadomo przy tej chorobie wczesna diagnoza
daje szansę na normalne życie, daje dobre efekty.
The European Alliance for Newborn Screening in Spinal Muscular Atrophy was founded by SMA Europe in 2020 with the sole aim of decreasing the time it takes for SMA children in Europe to receive a confirmed diagnosis. Identifying children at the presymptomatic stage of SMA allows for treatment to be started at the optimal time, when it is able to prevent motor neuron death and the ensuing muscle atrophy. If not diagnosed at this early stage, a child, and then teenager and adult has to cope with a severe lifelong disability, while national health and social care systems have to bear a lifetime cost of that. In 2021, the Alliance published a white paper entitled SMA, Screen at Birth, Save Lives. It is available on our website. The white paper's aim is to help patient organizations across Europe advocate for newborn screening for SMA in their own countries. We warmly invite you to take a look at the document.
The Alliance wants national governments and authorities in Europe to immediately include a test for spinal muscular atrophy for all newborn children in national screening programmes. There is no more time to waste for babies born with SMA to start suitable treatment. We're calling on national authorities to include SMA in the list of diseases covered by national and/or regional newborn screening programmes with no further delay. Based on growing evidence, SMA clearly meets the World Health Organization criteria to be included in newborn screening programmes. Politicians must find a simple way to gather the necessary evidence and implement newborn screening in every European country as quickly as possible. We would like to sincerely thank each of our partners for their contributions and commitment to the Alliance.
Wow, this was such a great example of multi-stakeholder and international collaboration there. Wonderful. Thanks to our friends at the Alliance. Messages are coming in. I'll try and get through a few here. Our Young Advocates group in Rare 2030 was really so impressive. So great to hear your views and insights. Great work, Danielle. Message to Danielle there. Message to Franz. Thank you for your collaboration and your dedication, Franz. Very well deserved. Another one for Franz. Very well done, dear Franz. Congratulations. Such a privilege to work with you. Messages coming in for Bill. This is the very best community, and Bill is one of the very best. Huge congratulations, Bill. Your impact has been remarkable with an ongoing ripple effect. And also messages for the Alliance. Congratulations, Marie-Christine, and everyone at SMA Europe. Really very well deserved. Thank you for those messages. Now, before we move to the last award of the evening, let's take a moment to recognise our distinguished honorary patrons that you can see here next to me. Their public support for our cause is incredibly important for the rare disease community, both at a national and international level. We'd also like to thank our outreach partners showing now on the screen next to me for helping us spread the word about the event. And of course, thanks to all of you on the wall. And thanks to our exemplary awardees, all national alliances, our Black Pearl Committee Chair, Aline, along with our committee members. And thank you to our corporate donors, particularly to our top donors shown below. Last but not least, a very big thank you, to everyone who's joined and made a personal contribution this evening in support of the Rare Disease Day global campaign. Congratulations. We have raised so far €10,500. Congratulations. That is fantastic, but let's keep it going. If you haven't had the chance to donate yet and wish to do so now, you can find the link in the chat. Remember, we got to, I think, €15,000 last year. Let's keep those donations coming in. So now, without further ado, here, we'll go on to our final award of the night, the EURORDIS Photo Award. This year, despite the challenging restrictions due to the pandemic, we received hundreds of high-quality photos from all over the world. And I'm delighted to now announce the 3 winners as decided by the public vote. In third place, winning a Bose Bluetooth speaker is Federico. There's the picture. What an incredible picture. Wow. So who's going to come second and first? That's brilliant. That's third place. In second place and winning a Fitbit Versa 3 is Dalmatians. I love this picture. Just beautiful. And now I can reveal that the winning photograph, winning a GoPro Hero 9 Black, is smiling underwater. What a lovely, lovely picture. So full of joy. Wonderful. Congratulations to this year's 3 winners. There were so many lovely images and touching stories from those who submitted photographs. So thank you all for sharing your personal moments with us. And that concludes the EURORDIS Black Pearl Awards Ceremony 2022. It's been a pleasure showcasing the awardees' achievements with an even broader online community again. Hopefully next year we'll be in Brussels and we'll have online and it'll be even more high tech. Thank you for filling my home with inspiration this evening. And we'd like to do what we'll call a loud scream from the wall. So let's see if we can go to our wall and we'll do, does this count as a scream or do we actually have to make noise? Let's say goodbye, take care, stay safe, and thank you so much. We'll see you next year. Woo!